So, friends, a big hello to everyone. My name is Igor. The Gravity Engraving channel is about laser machines and markers, and of course, we need consumables. Now, I'll play psychic for a bit and guess that people will dislike this because they're watching a video about titanium tags, but they were hoping for a video about the mush in their heads. That's definitely going to happen, 100%. So, we've got a new sample of titanium tags. They're wrapped like candy in disposable packaging. Now we'll take a closer look at them and figure it out. Before, the titanium tags were in this format. The titanium used was mostly VT6. So the quality, naturally, it was a sheet. The sheet was scratched and scuffed, cut on a laser cutter with 1 kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatts, or 3 kilowatts of power. We used various options. This is what it looks like after electrochemical anodizing at a voltage from 24 to 130 volts. So we just made this rainbow effect to understand the color of this material. After manual grinding, which is such labor intensive work, it's just crazy, honestly, we ended up with these polished tags. Yes, storage and washing, naturally, they get scratched somewhere. So they were also satin finished accordingly. A long process of processing the ends and the upper part of the edge, but again, this is pre processing. If I'm doing 3D engraving, I grind them down almost to nothing, but it's very, very hard to do. One tag takes at least 15 to 20 minutes. I have these tags separately, specifically polished, and the final price for such a tag is 300 rubles without engraving or anything. Is it profitable or not? To buy, sell, or resell? Who the hell knows? I can't say. Basically, it's the price of the labor involved, the grinder, the belts, and the cutting. Buying sheets, the sheet scraps. So it's a whole story. So this result existed, it exists, but it's not in demand because the 300 ruble price doesn't suit some people. It suits me fine. At least I still use them and do 3D engraving specifically on them. Again, most of my layouts are made for these tags, layouts with sampling, and the edging. Now, I'll show you what it looks like in reality. I polish the tags themselves to this kind of state, so we get the finest possible satin finish. You can't really make it any finer than this. That's just the reality of it. So it's manual, again, achieved through manual labor, which is very difficult. But what can you do? It has to be done exactly like this for 3D engraving. The fewer scratches and satin marks, the better the engraving quality will be. We get these results specifically with St. Nicholas the Wonder Worker, so it's a good 3D engraving. The gold effect comes from laser polishing and creating a patina with the laser too. Then we finish polishing these tags manually. Here they are. Oh, and by the way, here's a 3mm tag. And here we have the 2mm tags. Same thing, all the same quality. The mustache, the beard, everything is clearly visible. The individual hairs, it's all very cool. Our polishing is visible in some places, but it's still very cool. So the tags are still refined as much as possible, polished up, and we get an excellent result. Again, the layouts, I'll repeat it once more. I've tailored them specifically for my tags, and I make these 3D layouts only for the format of my tags. Unfortunately, I'm probably stuck with them now. So what do the alternative suppliers offer? The alternative suppliers offer tags packed like this in sets of 100. There are 10 packs in a bundle with 10 tags in each pack, respectively. In each pack of 10 tags, they're wrapped like candies, basically, individually like this. Yeah, disposable packaging. Nothing you can do about that here. So you should expect right away that there won't be any other packaging. I can see some pores here. Pores are expected because even on my tags that I polish, from this, let's say from this kind of state, even here you can see these pores. They're present right there. See? I spend a long, tedious time polishing them out. These alternative tags, their feature is again the structure of the tag itself. So the shape is more or less like ours, but the corners are specifically rounded. Plus, the holes are all fully tumbled well, the edges are all nicely rounded, the edges aren't sharp, they won't cut your fingers. But there are pores. I can see the pores with the naked eye. They're here. Well, it's part of it. Now, we'll also look at the ones we've already unpacked, and we'll be running tests on these tags as well. Same story with the pores here. They're present, just so no one complains about it later. The price tag on these tags is quite fantastic. If you're interested, leave a comment or message me on WhatsApp. I'll leave all the links in the description. So if we look at each tag now, well, every other one has pores. In reality, the pores are because the metal itself is formed from titanium wool, then it's pressed, then melted in vacuum furnaces under argon under some kind of electric arc. Right, and that naturally can create pores. That's the reality of it, unfortunately. No matter what we do, pores still appear in all the tags. Now let's take an unpacked tag with nothing on it. Let's zoom into 3 times. So basically, it's polished okay, but still some tiny ones here. Actually, no, they're practically non existent. I mean, in some places they are there. So definitely expect that there will be pores. But it's a matter of price. The price of the tags is very, very, very low. Yeah. And so for that price, I wouldn't even nitpick or complain about this condition or this quality. So for anyone buying, just so there are no questions later. We have about 1,000 of these tags in stock right now, I think. Right. And I'll likely be ordering more in the near future. Now, for the second thing I was interested in, the rainbow effect, meaning the rainbow effect from electrochemical coating or metal anodizing. What kind of rainbow will we get? Here, I hope you can clearly see a tag that wasn't cleaned. I just took it out of the package, put it in acid, and applied this rainbow effect electrochemically. So, in principle, achieving certain specific colors on this tag should theoretically possible. The steel grade, as explained to me, is VT1. So basically pure titanium without any extra complications. Whether that's true or not, I can't say because I don't have an analyzer, and I won't be able to test this. I cleaned a similar tag with hydrofluoric acid and accordingly conducted the same test, an analysis, so to speak, of the anodic layer coating and this color range. So here we have green, blue, red, well, not red, but more of a magenta or something with purple hues. It turns out pink, and there's yellow. And then further down at low voltage, so all the colors are also present there. So basically, there are green, blue, purple, pink shades, and yellow shades. So you can, in principle, color this titanium in these colors without any problems or much hassle. The back side wasn't cleaned very well. I focused the cleaning specifically on the front side. So basically, that's the range. To repeat, I've done a review of these titanium tags. A new batch, a new shipment directly from the manufacturer. So it's not this manual labor where we take the tags, take the metal, then sand it down, polish it, get a coarse grit, then get a fine grit. I mean, it's a whole ordeal where you have to finish them by hand. But here we get, well, clean tags, no pores, nothing. And unfortunately, there won't be 100, 200, or 300 of these tags. I mean, I make maybe 10 to 20 of them a week, no more. Physically, your fingers just, well, get worn down on the belt. There's no way around it. The fact that I'm anodizing them in this color is just me testing for myself how well it all takes the color. It colors, again, depending on whether the tag is clean or not. For example, even this cleaned tag, it's probably blinding someone through the camera right now, right? Same for me, it's actually just as blinding, but it looks pretty cool. So these tags are anodized, but the pricing for these handmade tags ends up being more expensive than this because cheap, cheap, cheap Asian labor was used here. So for those interested, once again, I've left all the links in the description, WhatsApp, and everything else. The new titanium tags will be more than twice as cheap as these. That's it, guys. Wishing everyone, as they say, peace and prosperity. Give me a big thumbs up. Wishing everyone more reasonable clients. Bye bye, everyone.